Hey, it's Roxx with Awesome TV, and today I am getting to speak to the legend that is Padma Shri Kailash Kher. So stay tuned, stick around, it's gonna be fun. We're in Central Park right now, so make sure you're locked in. Hey, it's Roxx with Awesome TV here, and today I am being joined by Padma Shri Kailash Kher on his
Kailasa.
Kailasa tour. New York, I saw you were in Times Square getting the vibrations. How does it feel to be in New York?
Yeah, it's been always wonderful whenever we are here. It's wonderful. And because this time it's happening Kailasa Compassion Tour, which is 2025's third leg. So this is the third visit for us in US, North America.
When you tour, you don't get to spend a lot of time in the cities because I know tomorrow you have a show in California as well, right?
Yes, usually we keep very busy, but in between we get 1 or 2 days to explore things.
Well, you're in beautiful Central Park in New York City, and you were in Times Square, and you had a very high coffee this morning that was up in the air, right? One of the skyscrapers. What can we expect from the tour?
So the tour is actually, our music is not just limited to films and entertainment, but our music caters to spirituality from India and the folk culture of India. So Bharat's old civilization and culture and way of life, it reflects through our music. That's why it's many people call it very soulful. So because I write, I compose, and our band is entirely involved in production, everything. So that way our music is different. Our audience are very dedicated, very soulfully connected, and very emotionally bonded with Kailasa, each and every member of Kailasa band, and they love us.
When I hear your name, and this is me giving you a fangirl moment of the life, because this is a treat for me. And when he said to come here and do this interview, I was jumping for joy because one of the few things I can say is that when I listen to your voice, I can spot it a mile away. I could be blindfolded in a room and I hear it down the street and I can hear it. Why? I feel it right here.
Yeah.
It's a different thing when you have a catchy beat, when you have boom 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 boom, you have a catchy chorus, but not very many people can capture that soul.
Yeah.
Right? So when putting effort into one of these tours, because this is a big tour, how much time, what effort, like the band coordination, scheduling, how long do you prepare in advance?
So generally, in Bharat also, we keep traveling, we keep doing live performances. So that way our preparations are always constant. And Kailasa's flow of performance as well as preparing for next one is always, intertwined. And all the new songs, because our film songs are also super hit. Our non-film songs are super hit. Our motivational songs are super hit. Even you will be surprised if I sing commercials like jingles for 30 second or 40 second, or even they are also super hit. So that way, many people keep asking sometimes that, whatever their choice are. So we have to be handy as a band, and mostly we do. So that way we are always ready. But in these particular tours, we always make sure that we do whatever reflects our culture, whatever reflects our roots, our traditions, through our music. So that way, in a way, we enrich and enlighten a bit our audience through our music. That's why being you, Roxanne, from all the way from Trinidad,
Right. Oh.
Yeah, so all the Caribbeans, they understand Bharat's root somehow. So they are not only stuck to films and TV, but whatever comes from Bharat, they value, and they peep in into very with very enthusiasm and very much interest, that wow, what is it? This is all the way from Bharat. So our music is one of that. So it's like a cultural ambassadors actually being.
So meeting you in person, your aura is outstanding. I just want to point that out. Being a spiritual person myself, um, I noticed one thing though that a lot of people forget is where the music came from, the root of the culture, which is exactly what you're saying, right? There's Bollywood, there's all kinds of different genres in the world today. And you stick to whatever you want to do. And how hard is that of a decision to make? Because there's so many different niches, everybody wants to fit into something. And
Yeah, so
it's
in the
hard.
beginning, so Roxx, in the beginning, it was a little difficult because I came from all the way from a very interior kind of Himalayan city where, I grew up. I was born in Delhi, but I grew up in Himalayan city called Rishikesh. And then when I came from Rishikesh to Mumbai, it was in the beginning, it was very tough for me to convince people the kind of music I believe in, the kind of words I write, and the kind of sound I wish to create. And that's the time when I tried my demos to various record level at that time,
Yeah.
and they all rejected always. Oh no, this kind of voice will not work, this kind of words are too old words, and this generation might not get the vibe and things. But then few years later, the some miracle happened, and my one film song became super hit. Immediately they called me that okay, we are ready to release your album. And once the album came out, that was Kailasa, our first album. And first song was तूने क्या कर डाला, मर गई मैं, मिट गई मैं, हो जी, हाँ जी, हो गई मैं तेरी दीवानी, दीवानी, तेरे नाम से जी लूं, तेरे नाम से मर जाऊं. That became milestones hit, and then rest is the history.
If you were to pick one specific genre of music that you would love to spread throughout the world, what would it be?
So I don't believe in any variety and genre of music because I believe in emotions. I believe in feelings, and feelings are everyone's separate and individuals. But in music, I would rather prefer to be called it Kailasa, Kailasa genre.
It's a good word. It's really a good phraseology of everything. So you're a very busy music man, right? What else do you do outside of that? Academy, foundation, let's talk about some of those things.
Yeah. So, along with my singing, in the span of 18 years of my career, just music career, we have started our own record company, which is called Kailasa Records. We have our own production house, Kailasa Entertainment Private Limited. We have one Kailash Kher Foundation, our philanthropy non-profit, and we also have our Kailash Kher Academy for Learning Art. So, usually people live with whatever they get, and then they just want to have glory, bask in those things. But here, in 18 years of career, I have been blessed with so many ventures where so many people are getting employed, where, new things in creative field are being nurtured. I keep launching new talent on my birthday every year. In the history of mankind, especially Bharat, none of the singers or musicians launched new musician when they are themselves so busy. I do this for last almost 9 years. This will be 10th year uh, in 2026. So I do that and I launch them. I make their records. I make their independent growth and I groom them. So I do this without agreement. I don't do also agreement because people, if even some people do also, they just make the agreement with them, and
Yeah.
then that makes things more suppressed because in the beginning it looks like wow, someone is really becoming a godfather to me and someone is launching me and all. It sounds big, but
Yeah.
later on, when you are trapped in one agreement that, oh, for 10 years you cannot do anything else
Yeah.
and anything beyond our company and things, no, not like that.
That is actually a really common topic that people talk about, that contracts ruin the creativity because it's more about putting something out or the profit or the marketability, you know what I mean?
Yes.
But you do live by one of the concepts that I've always lived by, which is whatever and however much you receive, give back. And that is actually one of the core things that I think people forget in this world.
And
to be
Roxx
honest.
now are a new thing, which is a revolutionary thing. Now we are working on this. This is called cultural literacy. Cultural literacy through art, through music. This is the need of the hour in today's generation because everyone is a musician.
Yeah.
Almost every third person sings, every third person listens to good music, every third person play some music, and music as an art everyone adores. Every household, at least one person is there who will be in art, in creative performing art, in music, in writing, in doing something to do with the music. Along with that, what we are coming up with, through art, if you can nurture the humanity through art, if you can heal the stress, and if you can heal the mental traumas which almost every human goes through,
Yeah.
and then the role of the art and the artist becomes bigger.
Yeah.
But how to do this? Being a musician myself, being a performing artist, how to do this? This is a very big challenging job because you have ocean of human,
Yeah.
and you want to change the humanity through this, because even though there is art, even though there are emotions, even though there are kindness, sense, being sensitive, these traits are there in humanity, yet there are still stress, there are still tensions, there are still so many udasi, so many akelapan, sunapan, people are aloof, and then they are into wrong elements and wrongdoings, all because of that. How to do this? Through art, we are coming up with our syllabus and text, Kailash Kher Academy for Learning Art. So through that, we are getting into uh, schools where we don't just do whatever conventional studies are. Through art, we are training kids whatever they are born with. If we can hone that, if we can
Yeah.
nurture that at the right age, so that they will know that instead of being competitor to each other, just be a partner, associates, and create some magic.
Yeah.
When you have this kind of attitude, rather than creativity only, creativity with this attitude that yes, coexistence, and instead of being rat race competitor, if we can make, it's a beautiful way to create something. So you are nurturing the nature of human rather than just making them parrot. Instead of making them parrot, we are trying to make them hंस. यानी हमें तोता नहीं बनाना, हमें हंस निर्मित करने हैं. भारत हंसों का देश था. तो ये this is our next goal, and we are coming up with our own textbooks. We are getting into education ministry, and ministry are being collaborated with us. So this is the next big thing we are doing actually.
Also, having an outlet to grow your emotional aptitude is important too, right? Because you're stressed, like even in school, for example, right?
Yes.
Kids are stressed with homework and deadlines of reports and tests and exams, but they don't have an outlet to get that tension, frustration out.
That is precisely we are doing actually
And
now.
Kids need a way to develop emotionally because there is an intelligence to emotional
Yeah, Roxx actually in
sentiment. You know what I mean?
very true.
Because children who don't have a way to let it out find creative,
In our
not so good ways sometimes.
in Bharat, the pattern of education has become like very much tough because of the competitive uh, mentality are being too much imposed on kids. Now things are, if we see every school are doing good in Bharat, but every schools are also doing same kind of pattern that okay, our school is 100%, our school is 99.9%.
Yeah.
So see 99 point, all these are good.
Yeah.
The problem here is every trustee of the school are under stress. Principals are under stress, faculties are under stress, parents are under stress, students are under stress. So what kind of world we are creating?
I agree.
What kind of world we are nurturing?
Yeah.
Through art. Art is the way out to let all the stress go away, and then you can heal yourself, then you can heal the world. And that is what is called cultural literacy. I'm going to, in fact, if through this we are going to change generations, we are going to change the outlook of the basics. And when you work on basics, I think that's the need art, and through art it's possible. So we are doing this, and that is what is called cultural literacy, सांस्कृतिक साक्षरता. Because बातें हम सब बड़ी बड़ी करते हैं, we all talk big, but hardly we actually realize that are we really doing something to save the humanity.
The one thing I do like about your idea and your foundation and going into the schools is that a lot of people just donate money, but you're actually in there creating textbooks, creating the way, the path, so that nobody
Yes.
can say, hey, I'm not sure how to do this. Well, here's how we're going to help you.
We rather, reversed way, we changed the method. First we created the path how to do it, and then we announced even then only.
Yeah.
So this is the beginning of what we are going to do. And in fact, lots of people keep asking me, are you going to join politics? Because you are always changing society, changing aptitude of human, making them more practical rather than formal and things. Then I keep telling them that cultural literacy means that only when you behave in certain pattern. But if you have everyone becomes synthetic, what's the kind of being, what's the benefit of being human?
Yeah. I watch a lot of American. I watch movies and shows from all over the world. And one thing I can say about Asia, whether it be the subcontinent, the full continent, everybody, there's always I don't know specifically for India, but I know in like China, they have ministries just for art and music, national committees set up just for these things.
We are, I have been vocal about it that yes, Bharat should also have a music ministry separately, because right now it comes under culture ministry. Cultural, because Bharat is huge country. It's not just a nation, it's like a world.
Yeah.
Okay, so more than 400 languages are being practiced usually 400 languages itself, and more than 400, within the language there are
Dialects.
dialects which are like more, and I write in dialects. I just don't write in language. I write in bolis. हम बोलियों में लिखते हैं. So because of these minute things, we can always separate the culture ministry into many things. Spirituality can be there, but art, through art, we should have a separate music ministry where we can nurture how Bharat's music used to nurture values in every individual households, like for example, I would say, in our villages a bhikshuk used to come भिक्षा मांगने के लिए, and they used to play sarangi and sing. These are the regular casual affair of those life interiors Bharat. So they used to sing, है देने वाला राम दिलाने वाला राम, हरे राम ही पार लगावेंगे, अजी मैं तो राम ही राम भजूरी मेरे राम, राम ही पार लगावेंगे. सो लिया री माई भिक्षा, ये गाया और भिक्षा मांगी. So what is the message around that person, bhikshuk? So many kids like me will gather, and the thought is going, देने वाला राम दिलाने वाला राम, राम ही पार लगावेंगे, लिया री माई भिक्षा. The job he is doing is simply asking something, and that is called bhikshuk हमारे यहाँ पे. Slowly people call it bhikhari and all, also beggar, but they are not beggar, they are teachers.
Right.
Through their bhiksha, they are showing some kind of way to live life, meaningful, more meaningful, and through these words, rich words, they are nurturing generations by not just teaching conventionally, methodologically, but through their thoughts, through their lifestyle. They are actually nurturing new generations. And that's the culture, that's the beautiful way of our Bharat. We are bringing that same thing, the folk music, folk culture, spiritual music, spirituality, and the purity of words. And those things are going to change the way people think, the way people live, the way people have become more synthetic, more heartless, more emotionless, and more stressed. So once you practice simplicity, you are stress free. Once you are stress free, then that's the way, those who are happy, you see their surrounding. It's happiness prevails there.
Yeah.
जो
I do
खुश
agree.
रहते हैं वो खुश रखते हैं, उनको
Yeah.
कुछ और करना नहीं. अभी जैसे मैं आपको एग्जांपल बताता हूँ, city like New York, right now we are in New York Central Park. City like New York, like Mumbai, like London, like Paris, big cities. So much lights are there. People get attracted with these things. It looks like, wow, big city, big dreams, big life, big things, big stress also it carries.
This is a tough city.
Tough city.
It looks pretty, but there's a lot that
Lot of
people don't
challenges.
talk about.
And challenges are,
I think that's just how people see it. A lot of people get blinded by what they think they see. Social media did that, right?
Yes.
Everybody's pretty on the gram, and marriages are happy, and meanwhile everything's falling apart in the background. It's just such a farce that I think it kind of built people up to fail in many ways.
Very
and
true.
the emotional tolls it takes on people to keep up with this is just even
yeah.
like Coachella. You've heard of Coachella, right?
Yes.
So there were people last year taking bank loans to go to this 3-day festival. I mean, the whole weekend costs about $11,000 for the full 3-day passes, right? For just regular entry. And they were taking out loans to go to a music festival. Everything gets lost. If you lose yourself in vanity and not understanding who you are, where you are, you can get lost very quickly in
Yeah.
places like this. And that's the thing I like about this idea, because you stay grounded. In there,
Yeah.
you stay grounded.
Also, and this is the time to return to the mankind, to the society, and whatever we got from Almighty God and people, they have given us immense love and support, and our music is widely accepted everywhere, acclaimed, and so many awards, so many rewards. Now, this is what is our compassion. That is
Right.
why it is called Kailasa Compassion Tour. That compassion we want to make a big, by nurturing the today's generation, next generations, and we want to bring the change through art and music. And change is this, that yes, humans should be calm down, stressed out too much. So just calm down. That is the message we want to send out there through our music. And our music should not be limited to only us. Now
Yeah.
it should be part of every soul on earth. So for that, we have to nurture the next generations through schools. Once once the sensibility changes, then everything changes.
Yeah.
Because, for example, I tell you how we have all become, how human have become. Hi, how are you? I'm fine. So everyone is keeping. If everyone is fine, why the stress is there then?
Yeah.
Where these tensions comes from? Where all the challenges are coming from? Everyone,
it's-
everywhere.
It's funny that you say that, because I always tell my friends, don't talk to me like it's a job interview. Please don't ask me
Yeah.
how are you, how's the family. Don't ask me about that. Let's make it fun and let's have a good time. You know what I mean? Because I think attachment, detachment are very important, but you need to know how to apply that, right? So I just want to say thank you
Okay, yeah,
for
thank you.
talking
Yes.
to me.
Yes.
One last thing. Where do you see your academy and your influence in music being in 10 years?
Let
Where
me
would you
see.
like, better question, where would you like to see it?
See, I don't believe in dreams unless I do, hard work. I do my bit and my compassion practically into it. I have to put my sweat, my blood into it. Then only I see that, okay, if I am doing correct parishram, then I will see that, okay, some fruit will definitely come.
Yeah.
Okay, so the seed we have sowed in the soil now by putting this Kailash Kher Academy for learning art, by reaching out, in schools and basics. I would say that definitely we will create a beautiful world very soon. And when you nurture, sentiments in a right directions, and when you nurture feelings, emotions with sensibility and sensitivity, I think we are nurturing humanity that way. We are, because every household there are suppressed kids. We keep talking big, we keep making money, we keep saving money for kids, for our generations, but we generally don't talk to them
Yeah.
and taking care of minutely and understanding them, that, oh, what in their core, what they wish to do,
Yeah. And
rather than we seeing them being some big thing, big engineer, big
yeah.
tycoon, big business person.
That's definitely a big conversation nowadays too, with parents who just don't listen to their children. A lot of the time they say, well, you don't have any problems because you have a home, you have food,
Yeah.
But it's
So-
not always that.
So conversation, and that too also in the right direction. So that way we are, through Kailash Kher Academy for Learning Art, reaching out in the schools and working on the cultural literacy. We are making human more sensitive, more kind, more considerate, and that's where we will see the better world to live in.
You mean Humanity acting like humanity.
Yes, definitely. Definitely. Because hota kya hai, people keep talking about every problem, but hardly people come up with the solution and say that, hey, I have got the solution.
Or everybody separates themselves,
Yes. See,
right?
everyone,
But this is that kind of an issue.
everyone
No,
gets
it's an
away.
everybody issue.
Everyone gets away by
We're
saying,
all human
"Oh no, I
beings."
don't want to do this.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
want. I'm
Yeah,
this. That's
yeah,
not
yeah.
my business. That's not my. No, it's our business to clean the place. It's our business to clean the issues, the problems, or to get them away.
Yeah.
So that way we will be working on that, and definitely when you work in the right direction with dedication, with full uh, passion, then definitely result also comes.
I agree. I couldn't even end it on a better note than that. Thank you for joining me. Padma Shri, Kailash Kher. Make sure you catch him on the Kailasa Compassion Tour. Where are you going to be tonight? It's tonight or tomorrow in Jersey?
Tomorrow in LA.
In LA. You did Jersey already. That's right. All right. So the last show, make sure you get him out in California. And thank you.
Hello, awesome people. Hello, awesome Kailasa fans. This is me, Kailash Kher, all the way from Central Park, New York. And our Kailasa Compassion Tour 2025 is going on. We have just finished in New Jersey concert, and now we are fully set to rock LA in maybe few days. And see you all there. So you all can follow our page, Kailash Kher, and you are awesome. Stay tuned to the Awesome TV.